Hello, everybody. I am Little 22 Man. So, let's say that you have just started playing FNAF AR, or you plan on starting, but you've never seen any tutorials, you barely know how to play, or it's been so long that you forgot how to play. Well, I think I can help, alright? So, this is going to be a video on the general mechanics of FNAF AR. Okay? So, you know you can trust me with teaching you the basics if I have the CPU of one of the hardest animatronics in the game, Golden Freddy. CPUs are very rare, meaning you have to beat an animatronic many times in order to get the CPU. Fortunately, I got very lucky. First time I ever beat a Golden Freddy, I got its CPU. But it's very hard to beat a Golden Freddy in the first place. I'll give Golden Freddy a separate tutorial if I manage to clump it up with other difficult animatronics, like Plush Trap and Ballora and things like that. So anyway, I'm gonna start with the very basic stuff. This game uses AR technology. So, yeah. There's mail, which doesn't affect gameplay much. There's a workshop where you can see your own animatronics. And there's a shop. Now, this will be very important later, but I'll be right back. And I'm back. So, once you start the game, if you weren't paying attention to the tutorial, then... Hang on, let me plug in my headphones. Hold on, let me... Yeah, if you're looking for a basic tutorial on the game, I don't know if there's any better ones, there probably are, but, this is, my version. So, anyway, you may notice these question marks. Now, these can either be animatronics, remnant deposits, or rewards. Whichever one I encounter first is going to be what I'm going to talk about. Remnant. Okay, so, remnant deposits. This is where you fight Shadow Bonnie, and also where you get one of the game's in-game resources, Remnant. And yes, this is the same Remnant from the FNAF lore that William Afton was harnessing. This is where the AR really starts to shine, though. As you can literally walk towards these. You might be wondering, what do you do with this stuff? Well, you can put it in animatronics, or you can collect it. Like, what am I saying? Oh god. Yeah, there's sometimes where it just kind of just, like, doesn't work properly. And, yeah, there's sometimes where the AR technology isn't perfect. But anyway, if you collect too much Shadowy Remnant, you have to face Shadow Bonnie, and I really don't want to do that, so I'm gonna leave, which is the icon of a man running. If you leave without fighting Shadow Bonnie, then you'll see an icon of Remnant sometimes for a little bit. Now, if you collect enough Remnant, you'll hit a Remnant milestone. The first one will increase, like, basically, these Remnant milestones increase the amount of time at which animatronics are vulnerable to your shocker. The most recent one I've gotten is this one, which increases it by 36%. I have to get a total of 7,500 Remnant for the next milestone. Alright? So, I really do want to explain animatronics, because animatronic encounters are going to be really interesting. So, I'm going to real quick send myself... Oh wait, hang on. Sorry about that, my mom just wanted to know if I did my math homework or not. I had to tell her that I did it in class. Because, yeah, I did my math homework in class. As my math teacher was reviewing the homework for the previous day. Oh, my phone's dead. Like, I have two phones, alright? They both use the same phone number, same contacts, same everything. It's just that the old one has a massive crack on the screen and is much slower. And also 2 years older. Alright, so, in the meantime, I'm going to teach you about a few extra little things. Alright, so, this clipboard is your daily challenges. You'll have 3 daily challenges. If you complete all 3 of them, it'll deduct 1 hour from the event reward. So, this will come an hour later, not an hour later, an hour sooner. Alright? Final Delivery has some really good rewards, especially early on. After collecting the first 2 rewards, you'll be able to get, like, basically every single, plush suit from the, shop, because everything's at a discount, and also available. Right now, I'm about to get 2,500 fast coins, which is just so many. Like, my god. Alright, so, I guess now's about the time. Now it's gonna be the perfect time for me to talk about the workshop, but I'm gonna real quick talk about the event rewards. So, the event rewards, every 4 hours, you're gonna be able to claim an event reward. And once this time's out, it'll say collect. And if I tap that, I'll eventually get my reward. Alright? Sometimes it's devices, like, not devices, but, shield buffs, which only apply to certain animatronics. It could be parts, it could be remnants, it could be Faz coins, which are the most useful, because of the shop. Every single lure in the game is available. If you're wondering why it's not showing the plush suits, it's because I already have all of the ones that are available to buy. Alright. But there's still a lot of skins, lots of other animatronics I don't have yet. Some of these I've actually never beaten, because they're just so difficult at max difficulty. And Ballora especially has terrible mechanics, like, my god. That video, I'm not gonna be having fun fighting it. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna clump Jacko Bonnie and Jacko Chica in the same video. Wonder what else I should put in there. Maybe that'll be for, like, special event ones, like Freddy Frostbear, because they're pretty similar. Anyway, rambling aside, now I should talk about one of the game's central mechanics, the workshop. Alright, so, here I've got our good old moldy rabbit friend, Springtrap. We all know him. So, in the workshop, there's multiple things. You can deploy or assemble. I'm going to start with deploying first because it's much simpler to understand. Deploy. You can send or salvage. Salvage means it's going to go and search for things. While it's salvaging, you cannot assemble. If you deploy and send, you can send the animatronic to go attack one of your friends. If you succeed in defeating them, you'll gain some parts as a reward. Parts is the most common currency, honestly one of the more useless ones. You just buy it to buy devices, which mostly just boost specific things or make slight conveniences. I don't use them too often though, except for extra batteries. Those are vital. Oh, also, fun how I have 69 of them. Not gonna go into why, but yeah, cool. So, if you hit assemble, however, that's where things get interesting. So, let's start with plush suits. If you hit the top icon, which for most of you should list a bare endo, here's where you can select plush suits. This is the animatronic's physical appearance. For example, Endo, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Springtrap, Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie, Toy Freddy, my boy. But right now I have Springtrap. So now things get interesting with CPUs. CPUs no longer are cosmetic. Like, if you're altering CPUs, those are not just cosmetic changes. Those are big behavioral pattern and voice line changes. For example, if I were to have a Toy Freddy CPU, then if I were to send it to a friend, it would behave just like a Toy Freddy. And it would also use Toy Freddy's voice lines, while also having Springtrap's footstep sound effects. Which is pretty cool, in my opinion. Right now I have Bonnie's CPU equipped. Bonnie is very simple, but its voice lines are very unnerving because they're just like random groans and moans. It's just, ugh. This number, that's how much remnant is in the animatronic. For example, I can slide this bar in order to put in more remnant. For example, let's say I wanted to put in 500. Okay. I like keeping it at very specific amounts. I just think it looks cooler. So let me get 30. You don't have to do that, by the way. Just something I like to do. You might be wondering why I'm putting remnant in it. Well, if you put remnant in an animatronic, it'll work harder. Basically, the rewards you'll get from salvaging will be better. As in, like, more parts. So, now it's time to talk about mods. These make your animatronic more difficult to beat. This is how you make really difficult animatronics. Most of these that I have are 1-star to 3-star, so they're not very good. But some of these are actually really good despite having low stars. For example, rare salvage. Increased chance of a rare salvage by 20%. Rare salvage is actually really good because of the salvage rewards. So, if you were to salvage, usually you'll get parts, alright? But that's just usually. That doesn't mean always. Alright? So, let me real quick just equip, like, nothing but bare endo for everything real quick so that later I can show you the full list of everything I have. But anyway, yeah, so the rewards you can get from salvage are, parts, which you're most likely gonna get, and then, I know you can get this, but it's extremely rare, but you can actually get a plush suit. For example, that's how I got Toy Freddy. I got its plush suit via salvage rewards. And that was very early on. So I was very lucky with getting it. Alright, so now I want to real quick talk a little bit about skins. You might have noticed that my Toy Chica looked a bit different, but now here it looks the same. Well, that's because if I click Toy Chica, I have a skin. As you can see on the right, the one with color, you got Toy Chica, and then you got one of its skins. The one that's just a silhouette with no colors, that's one I don't have. Katrina Toy Chica, that is. The one I do have, however, other than regular Toy Chica, is High Score Toy Chica skin. Of course, they have skin at the end of all of their names, which just looks ugly. Don't know why they have to specify it's a skin. Like, As if you couldn't tell already that it's a skin. Like, bruh. Anyway. Skins are incredibly rare. You get them just like any old plush suit. Except you'd have to beat that specific skin in an encounter. Oh, I should probably talk about that. But I'll talk about that with encounters, alright? The reason that I wanted to, send an animatronic from my old account to my new account is because, I want to have another go at getting one of the skins that I have on my old account that I don't. Because there's two that I have on my old account that I got, like, in a row. There's one for Foxy and one for Balloon Boy. And they're both really cool. Alright, so. While I'm waiting, I'm just gonna show you everything I have, alright? Plush suits and CPUs. So, here's a list of all of my plush suits. For Toy Chica, you got the high score Toy Chica skin. And it's my only animatronic that I have a skin for. These ones that I don't have, it's because their plush suits aren't available as often. Because the ones I do have, their plush suits are always available in the shop. Yeah, your best bet for things like Toy Chica especially are in the shop. Because Toy Chica is the most expensive plush suit in there. That's available year-round. Because 8-Bit Baby's expensive. Anyway, 8-Bit Baby's not even as expensive. Toy Chica's like the most expensive thing in the shop. Like, my god. But anyway, let me real quick open FNAF AR on my old account. I've made less progress on my old account, but I have more skins. As in, I have 2 skins instead of 1. So, now time to look at CPUs. And y'all, if you're new to the game, this is going to be your best bet for getting things like Toy Freddy CPU, to be honest. Like, later I'll show you my friend code. But, yeah. I won't send you anything specific. But yeah, I have Golden Freddy CPU, alright? So if you annoy me enough, I could just send you a Golden Freddy CPU, alright? Golden Freddy has absolutely insane mechanics in this game. Like, my god, I've only beaten it once. Once. And I've fought it over 20 times. Yeah, and, it's very difficult to understand all of the mechanics. Alright, so I'm claiming my coins in FNAF AR on my old accounts. The game's lagging because it's not able to handle this much as well. So, the 2 skins that I have on my old account that I don't have on my new account are Radioactive Foxy and Frostbite Balloon Boy. So, I'm going to send myself a Radioactive Foxy. It has Freddy Fazbear CPU, so it's going to be very easy to deal with. Alright. Also, on my old account, I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy some, skin lures. Like, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna have a poll. I'm gonna have a poll on my community. So, that's a reason for you to check community posts. Alright, because there's gonna be a poll on a few different skins in the shop of which one I should buy the lures for. Alright, because there's some really cool ones. And I'm not good at making decisions, so you guys get to make the decisions for me. Anyway. This Radioactive Foxy should arrive any minute now. I guess I will pause the recording and see y'all once it arrives. Alright. I'll get the camera mode in a minute. Maybe it'll show up quicker if I reset the game? Oh, never mind. As I replay the recording, it's here. My radioactive Foxy has arrived. Alright, high aggression, meh perception. So, once you start an encounter, you'll notice they have a shocker and a flashlight. It's recommended that you wear headphones because it makes it easier to track the animatronics. The flashlight makes it even easier to locate animatronics. The shocker is vital for defeating things in this game, because if they charge at you and they decloak, aka become visible again, you have to shock them before they can get to you. However, if they pop up in front of you and start, like, violently, like, twitching like that, oh, come on! I get a glitch with that as soon as I decide to make a tutorial. Oh, come on! Oh, they didn't even give me the 1 XP. Oh, that's annoying. Yippee. Parts on my old accounts. But it appearing is normal. It being, like, glued to your screen is not. Alright, so don't think I'm bad. Like, if you were paying attention and noticed that it wasn't off my screen, then that means that you're actually paying attention to everything I say, which, good for you. You're gonna learn quicker. But yeah, there's a glitch where the AR technology just, like, it just fails, I guess. And so it doesn't place the animatronic around the room. And so the game's like, where do I put this? And so it's like, you know what if I just what if I just glue it to the player's phone? What could go wrong? Well, that is what could go wrong. Alright? So, yeah. Classic home invasion is basically buying, a Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Balloon Boy lure, but for a cheaper price. And also 2 batteries. Would I recommend it? I mean, easiest animatronics in the game. I mean, it's not the worst way of spending your money. But I mean, you can get 3 lures for each of those animatronics for, like, a bit more. And that's like 3 lures for each one. So if there's one that you specifically want, you're better off just buying the lures specifically. Especially if it's not part of the classic home invasion. In case you want something like Baby, or Toy Bonnie, or Springtrap, or Toy Freddy, you know? Oh, also, there's certain animatronics with special things they have to look out for with the haywire. That's what I like to call when the animatronic pops up in front of you. Alright, so, attempt number 2. Let's hope the game behaves like normal this time. So yeah, what do I talk about during this? Because normally Freddy encounters are, like, very easy. Ah, yes, I think I should talk about one of the, elephants in the room. The fact that, skins and anything else from a lure has guaranteed max stats. The stats that most animatronics will use are perception and aggression. Perception means how quickly they'll notice you and start doing stuff. Aggression is how frequently they'll do stuff. Why is it being... I mean, it's being quite aggressive for only having, like, the minimum aggression. Like, my god. But anyway, yeah. It's usually whenever it takes, like, longer for it to get to you. That's when you know it's gonna decloak. Like, when it's farther away. Freddy's also really easy, because you know exactly where it is. If you use the flashlight, because, it'll have, like, a special sound effect for when you're looking at directly. Let's see what I get. Parts, remnants, XP. Didn't get the skin. But, yeah. Things you can also get from that, you can get plush suits and CPUs. That's your main way of getting CPUs, like, your only way of getting CPUs, aside from Golden Freddy CPU, if you don't spend money on the game. Golden Freddy CPU, however, has a different, and honestly, in my opinion, more difficult way of getting it, that requires the DLC, the Dark Circus. But I'll make a separate video on that. All I'm going to say is the reward for completing the entire thing is, a skin for Golden Freddy, and if you don't have it already, Golden Freddy CPU. But I don't have to worry about that, because I already have Golden Freddy CPU. Every other time you complete the Dark Circus, you'll get a Great Escape Golden Freddy lure. Great Escape Golden Freddy's the name of the Golden Freddy skin. So, this has been a lengthy tutorial video. And you probably still have a lot of questions, but, yeah, I'm not the man that you want to teach you how to play the game. But that's some of the basics. Alright, I'm Little 22 Man, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.